Hi guys, so today all of a sudden I wanted a snack, but I'll get it in a second. Today I want us, you know what? This is going to be Dear Black People. I want to talk to all of us on every financial level for a minute. We're going to start small and work our way up, or what we call small. Wealth is in the eye of the one that's holding it. So we'll start with regular people that's, I don't know, between 30 and 50 grand a year. The people I went to high school with, the people you went to high school with, wherever you're from. Hey, I think that we are kind of the reason why our neighborhoods have failed and have changed. Recently, my homegirl was complaining about where we grew up at. So I had that over there. Shit. About where we grew up at, a lot of Mexicans moving in, right? And she was like upset about it. But I was like, girl, you don't even live there. Like, you lost your grandma and your mama house. Like, your mama had the foresight to buy a house in the community she was raised in, raised you in it, left you heir to 2 properties. They got taken up by the city because it's deed restriction and come on. Sis, you can't complain about the Mexicans moving in. Shit, bitch, they probably living in your shit. But, anywho, these people bought houses at a time where they had to fight to buy property. And they also bought houses at a time where the house came with the land it was sitting on. See, that's the big aha that y'all not picking up on. Y'all got to make a scramble for the neighborhoods y'all grew up in. We have to. We have to go to them tax auctions. That's how the Mexicans is living and balling on y'all ass. That's how why y'all jealous and hating. That's how. Shit. The fuck you mean? Especially like on those border states and cities. Please. Please. So, that's number 1. We got to stay home. Stay humble, stay home. And okay, if you don't like it, add to it. Expand. Buy the house next door. Make that shit one house and put a pool back there. Like, come on. Think. They are outwitting us. Remember, this is political. This is not emotional. We thinking, come on. If one of us not free, none of us are. Okay. So, stay home, y'all. Stay home. Build the neighborhood back up to what it would be. Push the crime out. Trust me, if anybody can, we can. We can't take police our own people, then who can? Look, come on now. There are some people that I know used to hustle that wouldn't even sell to their own race. So look, stay home. Own that property. Keep it. Pay the taxes on it. Buy something else. Add to your legacy. Your kids cannot inherit your job. They can inherit that land. They can inherit that material wealth. You should be raising them with the real wealth and the gift of health. Okay. So, now we have to get to the point where we believe in each other. We have to believe in one another. We have to believe in what one another stands for. And we have to respectfully disagree. We don't even have to like you or speak to you for this to occur. My genetics might not get along with your genetics. We robbed of our history. You know what I mean? On a comedic level, our DNA might be beefing. You understand that? So we're not going to all like each other. We're not going to all gravitate to one another. That's why you have discernment, what they call it. So with that being said, but we can think like-minded. Like, it's nothing to spend your money with your own people. Emphatically, without question. Oh, what's in it? How much is it? Oh, can I get it for this much? Like, are you serious? Stop that shit. Buy that shit as easy as you go buy Game. Buy that shit as easy as you go buy Dove. You hear me? Y'all have to stop treating each other like that. You have to kind of shake that conditioning. Guys, I'd rather live by old ass, nosy ass black men that get on my fucking nerves than live in a neighborhood where I'm the nigga and I get pulled over every time I'm there. I'm looked on as suspicious. Or I'm happy I'm bright because I'm passing at night when I drive home to this motherfucker. You better sit up right because they be tripping where we stay at. The fuck? Yo, stop pushing y'all children towards the slave trade, towards the plantation, and only making them agile in sports and athletic and shit like that. Put them in the glee club, put them in speech and debate. Come on, y'all, come on, all that cheering, and that's cute. I like that. My daughter, is involved, but give them something else to believe in, to support. Another angle. Let them see you buying property. Let them see you doing you, and they'll piggyback off that. They'll add to it. Before you know it, we can own Texas at the least bit. We can actually own Georgia at the least bit. We could reverse the Trail of Tears. But that's later. We're not going to go there, because the Indians having the identity crisis too. That's another video. So look. Stay home. Stay home. Do your due diligence. If you don't like it, improve it. But you own that shit. Can't nobody come take it from you. Shit, your neighbor ain't right there. Can see up in your goddamn house and shit. If you don't like it, buy the house next to it. So look. We're going to stay home. Right? We're going to make sure our children see us staying home so that they can stay home. Right? We are going to support each other business-wise without question. Okay? Because quite frankly, we are the reason why we're being poisoned. If we bought our goods and veggies from our own people, then we wouldn't have this problem. You can't poison me if I'm not letting you feed me. Right? So, and then let's start feeding ourselves. Let's plant something. Plant something today. You know that campaign was some bullshit they had back in the day. Plant a tree for your tomorrow. Bitch, that's because they was picking up all them wild ass fig trees, them wild apple trees, orange trees. They was taking pecans out them. They was deep rooting every motherfucking thing, slicing that shit up from your bitch ass. So bitch, you better plant another tree so you can breathe. Cause all this food bearing tree, we digging that fucking shit up. Bitch, a bar. Shit. Huh. Remember last time you motherfuckers walked through some apartments I got excited, and seen a fig tree, which is something you would always see. These poor children, I haven't seen one. My daughter probably haven't. Well, yeah, when we go home, but look, you guys. So, stay home. Let your children see you staying home so that they can stay home. Do business with one another without question. Stop assuming that we gonna fuck each other off the rip just because we black. That's crazy. That's crazy. And plant some food today. Plant something. There's herbs that you can just grow in the window. At least cook with fresh stuff while you poison your family with that meat. I'm not perfect. I relapse in and out of a proper diet. I'm about to eat down this brownie right now. So, I get it. So let's do that. Okay? Now after we stay home, right, we'll begin to realize we know everybody around us. When I was growing up, my mama went to school with everybody I was being raised around. Man, let me tell you something. Alright, look, I stole rather when I was a kid. Right? So look, I was at the Quick Shop. I had 85 cents. I walked to this store all the time with my big brother, my cousins, and the whole fucking neighborhood. These bitches know me. I had 85 cents. The shit was 92 cents. I had 85 cents because I was supposed to get a Chico stick and a juice. But I changed my mind when I saw them sour Skittles. Back then, they was new. So I was like, shit, I'm going to get them. So Mr. Leonard Earl gave me the rest of the change for the 92 cents. He been there. He still live around the corner. And by the time I got to the house, my mama knew about it and gave me a whooping for it. She said I should have came home for the money. And you know how black folks get, all that fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And all this, I was like, well, shit, tell him not to give me 17 cents. Or whatever the fuck it was he gave me. And 7 cents. And so she was all in her feelings about it. But I was like, that's the community I grew up in. Like, you couldn't do shit. Y'all wouldn't have to worry about y'all children keeping secrets because the little boy she out there trying to sneak and kiss is your homegirl or ex-homegirl. Bitch, you don't know, just only saw her in the hallway, son. Like, come on. Y'all don't want that? You can't tell me y'all don't want y'all children to live somewhere where you know for a fact they safe. Are y'all kidding me? There's no neighborhood like a black neighborhood. There's no community like a black community. But we got to move back to our hoods so they can redevelop into neighborhoods. And then they can redevelop into communities. Because once we start living amongst each other and doing business amongst each other, the schools and the hospitals and all the jobs and self-financing and all that are just bound to just naturally evolve. Stay home. Stay home. Let your children see you staying home so that they in turn will stay home. While you staying home, you stay home and do business with your people as much as you can. Plant some food today. Plant something to eat. Plant some greens. We love greens. Plant you some goddamn greens. So whenever you get hungry, bitch, you start go outside and get you some greens. Clean them, soak them, because you know they're gonna be dirty as shit when they natural. Clean them a few times, soak them. No vinegar needed. You know what I mean? Come on. So once we do that, let's not be so cool with our children. You know. Let's not let them make decisions so important and life changing as sexuality. What they like. I don't like white girls. I don't like Missy. All that shit. Let's not let them be so free. Groom them in the way they should go. You're supposed to be raising them, not being cool with them. The fuck you talking about? Stop. Okay, so, and what I mean by that, and you can look it up if you don't believe me. I should have recorded on another device so that I could be Googling on my phone. Okay, let's do something, somebody famous. Somebody famous. While you staying in the hood, building the hood to a neighborhood, to a community, and you making all this money, this black wealth, your son, your grandson, want both of them. Go marry outside their race, right? Right? Peep this. This is 10 years of you doing all of this in the grooming and in the housing and all this, right? So, bam. He married him. Had him miscarriage. He got to move in the middle so she can feel comfortable. He can feel comfortable, right? So, daddy divorce. Half of your wealth that you've accumulated go to her. She selling to somebody else look like her. She keeping it rented out with her. That's wealth leaving your family name. Let's talk about genetics. Let's talk about, look up Grace Jones' children. We know where she from. Look up her kids. And then look up her kids' kids. They are white. Look at Michael Jackson. I don't care where them fucking children came from. They white. Not even Michael Jackson. Look at the other Jacksons who actually procreated with women. Jermaine and them children. And then look at their grandchildren. Joe Jackson's great-grandchildren are white. They are second generation European. You want that to be your bloodline? Look, I don't want to die out. I don't want my genetics to die out like y'all. I don't want to die out as a whole. Like, I don't want to be out this piece. I want my energy to stay. I want them to be able to meditate upon me. I want to be the roar in my great-great-grandchildren's veins. Like, y'all don't want that? Come on, bro. Come on, sis. You don't want that. Stay home. Go home. Then stay home. Let your children see you stay at home so they can stay home and add to that generational wealth. Your children can't inherit your good ass job, them throw ass clothes, and all that fucking confidence they got, and them followers on Instagram, and the popularity can't be passed down generation to generation, bitch. The fuck? Get you a family crest. Shit. Not a goddamn avatar. Ooh. Okay. Go home. Stay home. Let your children see you staying home so they can stay home. Alright. Once you do that, I would like for you to then do business with your own people without question. Plant something. Go outside and get some food. I always gotta go to the store. I bet you wish you didn't have to go to the store. My grandma didn't have to go to the store. They went outside and got something to eat. Bitch, y'all didn't grandmas had no chickens back there neither. Come on now. So, and then once y'all do that, get in y'all kids' ass. Like, all that poison and shit you feeding them is what's got them gender confused and gender fluid anyway, to make them ripe for the picking for any culture, because they think their differences is setting them aside from humanity, when really they are real. They are humans, but they don't know that they are, because you not enforcing that shit in them. They let society depict to them what they are, and once they can't make them cast-offs, because they not as popular as what they looking at and what they want to be, once they are cast off and ostracized and black sheep, they're right for the picking. It's more black sheep than it is popular people. Everybody is ripe for the picking. Everybody. You have to rewind that, list that again, right? But everybody is ripe for the picking. Okay? Your child could be next to be groomed. TV's already grooming them because you're letting TV raise them. My daughter and me, we be watching Murder, She Wrote, Saved by the Bell, Martin. She do like the Payneses, the House of Payne and the Meet the Browns. We watch comedies. Bill Cosby, A Different World. If she's confused, she fighting it hard because I don't let her. She not too exposed to it. This shit has come from peers and stuff. It's not in house. It's outside. I mean, nature versus nurture. You know, we still live in the sea. You know, so we have to kind of like guide them. Keep our genetics to ourselves. Guide your children. Keep your genetics clean. Keep them to ourselves. Come on, at least for 50 years. After 50 years, that's all we gonna know. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. In your lifetime, we got plenty of time. I know how old I am, but some of y'all that know me know how old y'all are. Y'all know how old I am. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We got time to do this. Go home. All right? Stay home. Let your children see you staying home so they can add to the generational wealth. Okay? Now, after you do that, I want you to do business with one another to build economics. Okay? While you're doing that, plant some food so you can feed yourself at times of adversity. And you can feed a neighbor. All right? And while you're doing that, make sure your children know to keep this black. You feel me? Make sure they understand. Nah, baby, you're going to marry somebody like your father. You're going to marry somebody like your mother. They can't use my comb. Oh, baby, don't bring them home. White folks didn't make that up. Black folks make that up. Trust me, that was black only establishments that white people couldn't come in. We was not as, humdrum as they would like us to think. We didn't share everything like we do now. Make them stay home. Control your genetics. Do not discipline the bloodline and have all this wealth. Then 20 years later, your great-great-grandchildren are suffering. You know what I'm saying? You have to pave a way. You know what I mean? You know? Light-skinned people don't naturally exist. 2 dark-skinned people can have a light-skinned baby. Are you serious? We see it all the time in families. So we have to build our communities up so that things like colorism and stuff cannot affect us as a whole. Because we are strong. We are as one. You know? And we don't have to get along and talk and be a kumbaya and agree on everything and shake hands. We don't have to do none of that shit. We really don't. All we have to do is go home. Go to where you from. It might look like shit now, but in 10 years it won't. Real estate, no matter what school you go to, real estate is always taught to look at the big picture in 10 years in advance. That's how come it's called the big moguls that make money off of land. The big moguls are called real estate developers. They're real estate agents. They're developers. You know why? Because they are foreseeing and they are developing. They know where to stick their money at. They know where to go buy up money, property at. And where's property missing at, for example, in Texas? Northside corporations is buying it up. Third Ward, Emancipation Park. You know, we have to see. They already started this. They've been pushing black people out of those areas, especially Third Ward. Back when they changed it to Midtown. Okay? So, we have to look at that. And there's communities where you're from right now going through the same thing, that have went through the same transition, that same gentrification process. You know, we should have never let U of H expand that big over TSU. Never. We should have been out there protesting, picking, and stopping that bullshit. But no one wants to boycott a school. And now look what they've done. in the name of education. Gentrified the whole neighborhood. Not a campus, a neighborhood. Or once thriving community, then neighborhood. Now it's, parts of it is hood and parts of it is developing. Go back 10 years and see how I started. Look at the migration if you don't believe me. Look at the look at your own communities that have changed. Look. It wasn't that long ago when Fifth Ward was so large and 59 came and cut straight through it. Took out all them people houses. That's why all them black people ended up living on Homestead in the first place. In Seneca and Northwood Manor and Fontaine. You know, I'm just using my neighborhood for an example. If you're from another state, you can either Google it or you can just reference this video to your own communities. I guarantee it happens. It is strategic. Remember, racism is a system. It is not an emotion. It is a system. And I guarantee a freeway that went through your hood too. And your people that lost property too. Guarantee it. So look. We got to go home. Stay home. Okay? We got to procreate more. All these 2 babies and shit. Y'all bitches weak. I just don't have too many kids because I haven't got married again. But look, y'all. We have to get to the point of where there is no return for us. Where you cannot play with us anymore. Colorism has to stop. Light skin versus dark skin. We have to stop perpetuating that even in a comedic fashion. Okay? We have to stop that shit altogether. Brothers, get with who you love. Stop chasing only light-skinned women. Because I understand that we have to have an honest conversation about the dark-skinned pain. You know, we know he was made fun of. So what? We used to make fun of light-skinned people. You can see every mistake on a light-skinned person's face. Like, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of gags to go around. But right now, we're not at a place as a people, spiritually and fundamentally, where we can play with each other like that, because that's breeding separatist thoughts within us. It's not funny, even if we laughing at it. It's not funny to our spirit right now. You know what I mean? So we can't play like that right now. We can't afford that. So we have to go home. We have to stay home. Let our children still stay home so they can add to our wealth and start creating generational wealth so they can stay home. Then we have to do business with one another. We have to stop questioning each other all the time. Just come on. Start a business. Go into business. Let's do something. All right? Once we get that underway, then we have to plant something to eat. Make sure your children know how to plant something. Make sure they know how to disturb the dirt. Sift it. And then, put some, nutrition, make it soil. And then, cultivate the land, then put the food in there. Make sure they understand how to do that. Make sure they know how to irrigate land. Make sure they know how to take care of it with water and everything. Take a hose through there, poke some holes in it, turn that bitch on. Make sure they understand that. Alright? So while we're doing that, control your genetic history. I don't care if you make them with people. Like, shit, I grew up with her. We grew up with each other. Look how we go together. They worth this much. We worth this much. If both our families unite corporately and fundamentally and ancestrally, we'll be worth a cool, $2-3 million. It's okay to set your kids' future up. Shit, they don't know what the fuck they doing. We didn't know what we was doing. We've been trying it on our own for what? 60 years now. Bitch, let's get back under our parents' thumb. Okay? And parents, let's put the thumb in act. So, what we gonna do? We're gonna go home. That shit is cheap right now. I guarantee wherever you grew up at is fucking dirt cheap because you niggas is stupid. All y'all come up and get money and leave that bitch instead of adding to it. Creating jobs and commerce and economic wealth. All we got to do is group together as a people. We can automatically pump. We TTG all day. We've been trained to go to man in every facet of life. That's us. So go home. Stay home. Have more children. Let your children see you stay home so they can add to your wealth. Right? Okay, you're going to start doing business with one another without question. Stop all that hating and shit, man. Stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do more than sports and shit. Raise your children to be ingenuitive. Okay? Put something else in them besides athleticism. Alright? And tell them where they can go if you actually give them potential to potentialize. Okay? Then you're going to plant some food. Alright? Do business with each other. Plant some food. Go home. Stay home. Let your children see you stay home. Start creating generational wealth. Do business with one another. Plant some food. Once you plant some food, you got to think about your genetics. Think about yourself, your bloodline in 10 years, in 20 years, as well as your property. All right? What you want it to look like, you or them. Think about that while you being out free. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you give your children herbs that counterproduct the hormones that's in this food. You know, the hormonal imbalance in our children. So look, now once we control our genetics, then we got to stop playing with each other with this colorism shit. We got to stop hating on each other. We got to bring everybody into the fold. Let's be accepting. Let's be loving. No one is better than the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we don't have to get along to be along to do what we're doing. All of us, no matter what hue we are, can do these same things. Go back to where we're from and buy land. Take our children with us. Create generational wealth, which is a plus for you. You know, you motherfuckers, ain't you mad that your fucking parents ain't handing you shit? These niggas ain't got no land, no houses, no land. These niggas, you been living in an apartment your whole motherfucking life. Nigga, please. Your parents should have put you on. Don't be like them. Put your children on. These motherfuckers out here culturally putting their children on. Put your children on. Fuck that shit. So go home, stay home, take your children with you, have more, teach them something other than sports, do business with one another. While you doing business with one another, plant some food. While you plant some food, control your bloodline and your genetics. You know what I'm saying? Control the hormones in your house and through the food that they eat and the images that they see. The subconscious mind is the weakest part and it's the most affected every day. So, while we doing that, we're going to stop hating on one another based on little bullshit that separate us. Bring everybody into the fold. Everybody comes in, okay? We can dispute the facts later. Right now, we all need to go home and start creating these communities. Make these fucking neighborhoods, these hoods go to neighborhoods to evolve into communities. And then to cities and then to states. No more taxation without representation. We gone, okay. Yeah, look. This is what we have to do. Inspire your children to be more than athletes because it's them that are the grassroots politicians that's going to really get down and dirty. We have to then begin creating and start playing that mental game they playing with us. And this is how we start doing it. Okay? I mean, this is all plus. It's all wins for you guys. And these are simple things. Simple things that we could do on a small level. And I'm going to come right back and I'm going to tell y'all what we could do on a larger level. Stay home. Stay home. Stay proud. Stay black. Raise your children to be proud and black. You know what I mean? Don't tell them they special because they light skin. Tell them they special because they black. Don't tell her she's special because she dark skin. Tell her she's special because she black. That's it. And then later on, we need to come up with a term better than black because that's descriptive. It's cultural at best. It's not a race. You know, we're a nation within a nation that's not even granted sovereignty. Okay. The least we could do is demand our history, but we need to be able to move as a wave, as a powerful wave. And we can't do that if we're dependent on the dominant society to feed us. We can go demand to know who we are. They know. They have adequate records. Okay, look, I got off base. Go home, stay home. Take your children with you. Have more kids. Don't raise them just to be athletes. While you're at home, do business with one another. Plant some food.